Sul mare luccica l'astro d'argento, placide l'onda, prospero il vento. Venite l'agile, bacchetta mia, Santa Lucia, Santa Lucia.
Hello everyone, my name is John Michael Bushman and welcome back to Reverse 1999. We're back here on the main story on the main road, and as the intro to this video has suggested, I have been rolling on the free 100 pulls that Blue Pock has so graciously given us, and I got a character that is unfortunately no longer part of the meta. Well, she can still be part of a decent team, but that team is no longer like on the top of the leaderboards. There will be a far more powerful version of that team coming with the latest patch that will be probably out by the time this video goes live, so there is that. But unfortunately, I can't quite ignore Barcarola's singing. I have been through her event that also featured Fatutu, and it was quite a if you think about it, that story is actually quite dark. But I'm not gonna get into it. It's just something that you have to keep in mind. It involved Fatutu and Barcarola, so that's all you need to know. But we're gonna get back into the main story. We are now on chapter 7, so let's get in on it.
Mama, I have a question. Why don't people like the irrational numbers?
The woman turns around, gazing her daughter with warm affection.
Do you feel the same about them, 37?
Oh shit. So all of the images that I've been seeing of 37's mom is okay, so this is how her mom looks. Is she single? But that's a question for another time.
Maybe a little?
37 looks down and kicks away a pebble.
You see, Mama, I can count to 3 and to 17, but I can never count to something like 0.0100100001000001, let alone use it in calculations. The endless non-repeating decimals would make a mess of the results, and I can't keep the equations as simple and elegant as I want.
She went British for a second there with a can't. Such a cute, sassy child.
But your favorite, the circle. The ratio of its circumference to diameter is also an irrational number, is it not?
I'm just realizing now that 77 has, well, it's not exactly the anime mom braid. She just has her entire, braid tied to the back, and then she's just letting it hang toward the front. So, oh god, it is an anime mom braid. It's guided even by a, as you can see here, a metallic-looking, string or whatever that's called. I forget what it's called, but there is that. So yeah, if she did die, then unfortunately by anime logic, well, you know what happened.
Pi is special. I know how it was found and what it represents, so I trust it and use it in my calculations. The same with E, logarithm 2, and root 2. But not many irrational numbers are this convenient to work with. Some have no patterns, no simplest forms, and no end. I can't work out their digits, write them out, or calculate them.
She is... I was actually wondering, why is the voice actress speaking in, she's not, the flow of her tone doesn't go down, naturally, but as she was saying the whole thing, she was actually complaining. So I kind of get it now. Oh my god, the little things in this game.
Not only are they impossible to pinpoint on the number axis, but there's an infinite amount of these irrational numbers. What's so funny, Mama?
You're a clever, silly goose, my dear. You don't dislike them. You just don't understand them enough.
Leaning down, she picks up a soggy twig. Her hand moves, sliding the tip of the twig across the sand. 4 equal perpendicular lines are drawn, with 2 more diagonal lines intersecting in the middle. It is the shape of the familiar square.
Take our old friend root 2, for instance. The irrationality of this number can be proven through basic arithmetic, as it cannot be expressed as an irreducible fraction of integers a over b. A simple proof by contradiction is enough, with no knowledge of irrational numbers required. The presence of root 2 is prevalent in nature, and it is particularly noticeable along the diagonals of a square. This means...
Oh, I know! This means the system built solely on the ratio of integers was flawed.
Yes, root 2 is simple, elegant, and one of the greatest discoveries in mathematics. It showed the existence of infinite incommensurable numbers, with root 2 being the most obvious one to find. This was how the Tower of Old Ideas crumbled, paving the way for revolutionary breakthroughs that catapulted mathematical analysis into uncharted frontiers. We discovered a kingdom beyond our traditional methods, one that's immeasurable, incommensurable, and inexhaustible. And the key to its gates is hidden in plain sight, in the diagonal of a square.
A kingdom of irrationality?
Girl listens intently. As always, she understands quickly.
I see now, Mama. We are not all-knowing beings. There will always be numbers beyond our awareness, such as the nature of irrational numbers. So, if we get to know the irrational numbers better, we can be friends with them too.
Head pats, 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 head pats.
But you haven't told me why people on the island hate them.
The image of her mother's face fracked, but her smile is clear, gentle, quiet, almost pitying.
Mama?
"37. You're awake."
The girl sits upright in bed, her eyes staring into the air in dismay.
Sophia? How long was I out?
"You've been in a coma for a week.
Her words are cut off as 37 jumps off the bed, rushing her way out.
No, stop! You're not well yet!
There's no time. I have to find 6. I have to tell them now. Our circle has been broken.
Now we've learned some manners in a payron, haven't we? Namely, to abstain from beans, never parcel off a loaf, and stay away from the white roosters on the road. Oh, it's been so long since we last talked about these things. How time does fly. This rusty brain of mine is struggling to keep up. We should have waited until dawn to light the candles. The sun would have mistaken the day for night and delayed its appearance in the morning. That way we would have had more time to talk.
I don't think that's possible.
Indeed. You possess a far greater understanding of the laws of nature than your ancestors. It's only natural that you wouldn't relate candlelight to sunrise. But for the people of earlier times, there was a commonly understood connection between the two. Did the trees not bear fruit after the Horn of Plenty was filled at the harvest festival? Did the field not wave with grain? Does the lighting of a match not illuminate the moon? It's human nature to try to understand the world. Of course, at that time, mistakes were made, and some phenomena were attributed to the wrong causes. Some theories were developed from false facts. It was a time of symbols, you see.
Such as?
The flower represented blessings and harvest. The Ouroboros, the eternal cycle. The hawk, wit and astuteness. And the soil, safety and protection. Aside from nature, the circle symbolized protection, the triangle, stability, and the triple helix, ascendance, change, and the unity of mind, body, and soul. As time went on, things became associated with one another, and more symbols were created.
That doesn't sound like a very methodological approach.
You can see the cause and effect with your own eyes, dear. It's clear when something is related and when it isn't. If the outcome isn't what we expect, these symbols must be incorrect. But it's not their physical form that's wrong. Physical objects never lie. It's the meaning and concept given to them that are wrong, you see. Objects are just objects. A match is just a match, not the illuminator of the moon. An animal is just an animal. The circle and triangle are only shapes. And you are just you.
Nothing's happening.
The Hall of Truth is as crowded as ever. Ideas, noises, and arguments are all crammed into one space.
Miss Virgin, your attention, please.
Whoa, who is this? Is this related? No, she can't possibly be a Gorgon. Because Elizabeth works with Laplace. I guess we'll find out who this is.
This is a public inquiry, and your answer determines the fate of you and your friends. There will be a vote on your punishment, considering the leak of the island's coordinates and the damages caused by you and Manus Vindictae. Yet, in the past 2 hours, you've looked at your watch 10 times. Forgive me for being blunt. What could possibly bother you more than your sentence?
My apologies.
A mocking click of the tongue can be heard from the crowd.
Let her look, 888. Doesn't it occur to you that time is also in the form of numbers? Perhaps she's waiting for her lucky number to come.
His words cause a ripple of chuckles throughout the hall. Clearly, after hours of debate and discussion, this light-hearted moment brings a much-needed sense of relief.
Besides, what conclusions have the good people here made? We were brought together in this great hall today, for misfortunes have struck us in the past week. Manus followers were found dead in our sacred place, the Gorgon current was cut off, and a human army has invaded our land. There are also the territorial disputes, the threats from external powers, and the conflicts between our guests. As you can see, our guests have brought us quite the unexpected gifts. They will give us their explanations. But whose words should we trust? Those of the Foundation, or Manus Vindictae?
He bows slightly, gesturing to the left of the stage.
I swear on the stone of truth that I have no knowledge of the leak.
Why do they have a spotlight there? Now that I think about it. And why did that sound like a spotlight? That was probably just somebody, opening a blinder. In which case, why do they have a blinder here? That is interesting.
We never gave any information to the humans. As we speak, the St. Pavlov Foundation is taking measures to mediate the territorial disputes from outside the island.
But you did report everything here to the Foundation, and you don't know what they did with the information, do you?
A questionable defense. A doubtful explanation. Why should we trust her? We all know that the Foundation is closely associated with the humans. They are the false friends of the arcanists. With their crocodile tears and broken vows, while many may have changed over time, their nefarious human taint lingers. Besides, why should we seek collaboration and assistance from an organization that's 7 years behind us on the study of the emanation?
His words evoke a murmur of agreement.
But rush not, brothers and sisters. The moment of decision has not yet arrived. Let's give our old friend Manus Vindictae a fair and equal hearing before casting our pebbles into the pot.
He stretches out his right hand, directing the audience's attention across the stage. On the right, there sits a quiet figure in black and blue. Hey, sexy. oh.
Indeed. The Foundation's understanding of the emanation is 7 years behind ours. However, our Manus friends here are unable to speak at all, let alone understand complex mathematical principles. Please enlighten us, Miss Arcana. Why were swaths of your followers found dead at the door of our sacred place? Did our math lessons drive them to madness, causing them to bash their heads against the gates of truth like martyrs?
So it would seem.
Her quick and straight answer causes a commotion in the crowd. Yet she only gently closes the book on her lap, uncaring of the suspicious stares around her.
One must confess that our followers were ill-prepared to take on the wisdom of the island. But we didst come seek mutual development with sincerity. I trust you are aware of the assistance we have provided over the years in this world of matters which you, though reluctantly, relied upon. As to this debate, I was once told a story that now seems fitting to recount.
Her gaze falls on the bench. The fair-haired judge has not spoken a word since the debate began.
Pray, share with us.
Thank you kindly. 'Tis the story of the Circle. A young artist told it to me before I arrived on this island.
And that is
In the
Isolde's
ancient
brother.
past, amid a world of primitive instincts and ignorance, the first intelligent mind awakened. Overwhelmed by the enormity of nature and dismayed by its own insignificance, the creature was shaken to its core. In an act of defiance, it drew a magic circle, shielding its powerless self from the formidable world beyond. This was the first magic, when the primitive man mastered the pneuma within and wielded it against the relentless forces of nature. In that process, man hath gained a deeper understanding of the boundaries and limitations of its power. This is the tale of the first circle. The circle shielded us, and its protection benefits thee to this day. What I find intriguing in this story, man hath established its existence, recognized its boundaries, and learned the purpose of life, all by relying upon this very circle.
The hall gate bursts open. The intruder with a small figure leans weakly against the doorframe.
37.
All eyes are fixed on the young girl. Some have even risen to their feet in surprise. The leader on the bench breaks the silence.
What's wrong, 37?
The island.
Her pale lips tremble, struggling to get the words out.
Our island has fallen ill.
Even the slightest sound is gone. An eerie silence descends upon the hall. Another dull, muffled thump, as if something struck as if something struck a hard surface. That's a sentence and a half. But it's enough to get the rest of the crowd to their feet. They look up at the roof. The thud came from up above. More thumps follow. It's as if the hall has turned into a drum, with an out-of-control drummer playing frantically on the dome.
Ah! What is going on? Is that a hailstorm?
No. I don't think so.
Standing outside the gate, the numberless corrector looks up at the sky. Being barred from entering the hall, she can see better from where she stands.
Those are abraxases falling from the sky.
Another look at the watch. It's become something of a habit over the last few hours. This is it. The long-anticipated moment has finally arrived.
It's the storm. The storm of this era is here.
Miss Verton, did you just say the emanation has happened? Just now?
More precisely, its 24-hour countdown has begun. There's always a buffer period before the storm, during which the storm syndrome gradually spreads from the critical point across the globe. The symptoms are different every time, and we have yet to discern a pattern. With the help of Laplace Scientific Computing Center, the best we can do now is to send a 24-hour warning prior to the storm. Another minute has passed.
The hall is once again filled with the whispers of the white robes. On the island dedicated solely to the study of the emanation, the situation has far surpassed their imaginations.
Please remain seated, everyone. We are still in the middle of a vote. The emanation holds no influence on this island. The discussion must continue until a satisfactory conclusion is reached. No other subjects shall be brought up until then.
I just realized she has claws. Well, she basically has claws. Is she single? The Banshee, acting as custodian of the assembly, raises her voice, drowning out the arguments. Despite the unforeseen turn of events, she remains committed to her duty. The debate must go on.
Come here, 37. Can someone please bring her a blanket?
Her voice softens as she looks at the frail, slender girl in front of her.
42. Go with Sophia and check on those abraxases.
The man bows and leaves. Order is restored under the dome once more.
Ah, good news. Good news indeed. We are freed from the pain of choosing whom to blame, are we not?
The rhetorician raises a hand with a triumphant smile. As usual, he's offering a new perspective, or what some might call another attempt at stirring up the crowd.
The emanation is coming. The tides of Numa will pour from above and wash away all trivialities. By then, human intruders and the international powers of this era, along with the turmoil they brought, will all be dissolved and poured into the ditches like gunk, and we will regain our shores and return to the study of essence and forms.
His words are met with silence. The crowd is lost in thought. Having long detached themselves from the phenomenal world, two tense words are striking a chord.
No, it's different this time.
The petite figure stands on her feet. She is pale as snow from her coma and did not bother to put on the blanket given to her.
The island has fallen ill. It's getting bloated, stagnant, and sluggish, drifting into the world of matters where ignorance reigns. Soon, the tides of Numa will wash over us, sweeping away the fragments of the phenomenal world.
What did you say? In other words, we will all be taken by the emanation? This
This is unthinkable.
This is terrible news, one that nobody would wanted to hear right now. The impact is like a bomb going off. The crowd is buzzing with fearful whispers. The lady next to 37 stands up, still holding the unused blanket.
37, you just woke up from a coma. You're not well. Why don't you take another rest?
No time for that. I'm here to warn you. Apiron is gone. I can no longer sense it. This has never happened before.
Why are you so surprised, 37?
The question is asked softly, but it cuts like ice.
You should know the reason of its alienation. You brought outsiders to the sacred place. You betrayed the scripture's teachings and angered Apiron. Of course, I may have jumped to this accusation, as Manus Vindicte also intruded our sacred place without permission. People, as of now, there's no proof that the emanation will influence the island. 37's account is lacking. And we are still plagued by suspicions, accusations, and the damages done to our home. We are to proceed with the hearing and reach a final verdict on both the Foundation and Manus Vindicte.
The attempt to refocus the assembly fails as half the audience turns their attention to the gate. Sophia has returned, standing hesitantly in front of the entrance.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I shouldn't have intruded the whole of truth, but...
Though irritated by the constant interruptions, the custodian immediately notices her peculiar expression.
Sophia, weren't you and 42 checking on the Abraxases? What is the matter?
The corrector gestures in the air, her voice shaking.
The Abraxases don't look right. Their beaks, no, their entire heads are melting into oil paints. And 42... We were on the beach, suddenly he...
Her words trail off. Beyond the open gate, the screeching of the bird monsters completes her sentence. The other believer appears behind her, shoving Sophia aside as he flails and stumbles into the hall. His face is melting, colorful oil paints forming a puddle on the floor.
Now I see! It finally all makes sense! There never was the truth, nor the transcendental! Everything is a lie, nothing but shadows on walls, flickers of fire and fragments of reality. No one will survive the oblivion. The island will be destroyed amid its conflict.
Is that the storm syndrome?
42, your face!
Completely disregarding those around him, he bursts into a maniacal laughter, casting an arcane glow in his palms. He jumps onto a seat and knocks over a row of torches.
No one!
888, stop conversing with him. We must subdue him. Now. He has the storm syndrome. Please, listen everyone. 37 is right. Something's changed on this island. Your immunity to the emanation has been weakened.
42 lies motionless on the floor. His face is still a mess of colorful paint. Fear and uncertainty quickly arise around him.
How? That's never happened in the last 8 times!
A feeble induction, my friend. Just because you've never seen a purple cow doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Must we talk of logic now? 42 has literally been emanated!
First the army, then the emanation. Everything's been falling apart since the outsiders arrived on this island. The Foundation and Manus Vindictae. One of them must answer for this.
Then you should also ask 37 and number 0 what they've done in the sacred place to anger Apeiron so much!
No, 37 didn't cause this. I told you, it was Manus Vindictae. They broke the peace agreement and launched suicide attacks. They forced their way into the cave.
You and them are equally responsible on this matter. They at least paid with their lives. What about you? You claim that 42's abnormality was caused by the emanation. But how are we to believe that it isn't, in fact, the work of your arcane skills? As we went through your belongings, Miss Vertin, we found a golden sampling device. Enlighten us. What exactly is the Foundation looking for here?
That's...
From the other side of the hall comes a soft chuckle.
Good, Vertin, good. Let the confrontations be louder and the struggles be harder. I wonder what shall come of this.
Silence!
The gavel slams down with a heavy, undeniable thud. The host of the assembly rises to his feet, his face unusually grave.
The debate will end now. Since we were unable to come to an agreement, further discussion is pointless. There are more pressing matters to attend to. This will be the end of the assembly, and my decision will be the final ruling. I demand that both parties leave this island at once.
The decision is clear and final. As the number of reconciliation, 6 has been mindful of his use of unilateral authority. Yet, there are no objections this time. The hall falls into a silence that demands a decision. What to do? Leaving the island would be a huge loss. The discussion about the storm has only just begun, and the depths of the cave has yet to be explored. Worst of all, the leader of Manus Vindictae, she can't be left here with the school of Apeiron. So the choice that I made was, we're going to wait for Arcana to make a move, but this may end up not going well, so we'll see. Will she accept the verdict? Will she appeal? Just what exactly is she after? It's a zero-sum game where the first one to react is more likely to lose. The best course of action is to wait.
The decisions of my fellow brethren shall be respected.
I also agree with your verdict.
Casually agrees, just as she did when she asked to pledge on the stone bangles.
But may I ask for one small doubt to be dispelled? Miss Vertin and I will depart ere long. Do you truly not desire aid from us?
You're kind to ask, miss. It is true that our circle has been disturbed, but we see it as a mere turbulence of the phenomenal world. He who holds the compass decides the circle. This will not shift the center of our focus, nor change the shape of our beliefs.
6 bends down, laying his hand on 42's forehead.
Medin Hagan.
He purged the storm syndrome with an arcane skill. I never thought it would be possible.
The leader straightens up, looking as composed as ever.
The light of intelligence has cleansed 42 of confusion. It is also what the island needs. The incident will be properly handled, and my ruling stays unchanged. I expect your words to be matched by actions, Miss Arcana.
His tone is cold, leaving no room for negotiation.
Certainly. It was a fair and just decision. If only one could depart amidst such unfavorable weather. I presume Miss Vertin will also appreciate more time to prepare for the journey. What sayest thou?
That sounded like a challenge. It is a reasonable request, and her expression is nothing but decent and sincere.
The hourglass empties in 2 hours. Please leave before that.
Thank you for your thoughtful consideration.
The decision is met with no further objection from the people. 6 puts away the hourglass and looks at the silent audience.
Lastly, I would like to share a story. To conclude today's meeting, and respond to Miss Arcana's tale.
I am most honored.
The leader raises his hands and faces the people.
I too have heard the story of the first circle. But in my version, more followed. The first of man were intimidated by the enormity of nature, and constantly tried to defy and escape it. Our ancestors, however, had the opposite reaction. They found solace in nature, which welcomed them with a nourishing embrace, sharing its vastness and sublimity without reservation. It was the perfect harmony, the moment the circle ceased to represent confrontation and avoidance. As we bathed in Apollo's illumination and wandered the tranquil shores, our souls resonated, and we were lifted to a higher wisdom. This was how we conquered our fears, emerged from ignorance, and allowed ourselves to indulge on the essence and forms. This was the rise of the classic man. May you all be blessed with the courage for reconciliation, the determination for peace, and the devotion to nature. Qualities no less noble than caution and defiance. You may all leave now.
Please, just a moment.
Clear voice rings across the hall, stopping Six in his tracks. Her robe flutters as she stands up on the high podium.
I will fix our circle. 888 was right. I have enraged Aperon. I am responsible. I will go back to the sacred place, pass its test, and ask it to share the divine light of Gnosis so we can learn the truth about the essence. I will make up for what I've done. I promise.
Six turns around, his eyes meeting the gaze of the determined star.
It has been 300 years since the last challenger had their success in the cave. 37. Are you aware that we have other means to cleanse the island, even if you don't bring the matter to Aperon?
Yes, I'm aware.
Then are you aware of the price you will pay, should you fail its test?
Yes, I am.
I love the fact that Aperon is such an important figure to these people that it is capitalized. That's insane.
Then you shall have my blessing.
He leaves, ignoring the murmurs of shock. The gavel is thus brought down. The long debate has finally come to an end.
The headquarters has issued a notice. The critical point of the storm is in Vienna.
The chief assistant puts down Ms. Radio and turns around with a somber expression.
This type of storm syndrome involves a bodily transformation into oil paintings, primarily affecting the face, but sometimes spreading to the torso. It is often accompanied by delirium and an intense obsession with war. Like the storm of 1929, it was accelerated by social upheavals resulting from the constant tensions Manus Vindictae created between nations.
The color of the sky has changed. The storm syndrome has finally reached the island. No one on the team's caught it yet, but that could soon change.
This is absurd!
With a bag filled with alchemy materials over her shoulders, the young pirate remains spirited despite a week in underground captivity.
We went through all that trouble, sweated our guts out, and finally got to a place where the storm can be kept out. But now you're telling me that immunity is going to disappear like a fart in the wind. I was planning to stay here for a while. There might be alchemic materials and pieces of books the Abraxas left behind from their mills. Oh, now that is frustrating, mate!
Such is the nature of Arcanum.
The immunity hasn't disappeared. It's just waning. For now, only the beach has lost the effect. We're still safe around the Hall of Aperon.
But there's no guarantee that we'll be safe here forever, right? Reminds me of Xenos' survival test.
Sinetto and I talked about this. We think the island is protected by a large-scale arcane ritual. The sudden decay of the island's storm immunity might be the result of its changes, though I'm unsure of the specifics.
Those people are doing something about it, right? That leader with the rockstar hair, shouldn't he be taking action by now?
Six has gathered all integers after the assembly. They're going to perform a mass cleansing ceremony. 37 also mentioned a test. I think they have more than one way to deal with the changes.
To the best of this apple's knowledge, secluded pure-blood arcanist groups often have rituals that they keep to themselves. These islanders impart truths based on intellect and rationality, yet their doctrines are highly religious. Perhaps their arcane skills are passed down in a religious manner.
Oh, very mysterious, very arcane. I hope they're not all huddled together doing a math at a time like this. And I'm more worried about us, Capitan.
Lilia changes her tone unusually serious. You know shit's going down.
Arcana asked for more time for both sides to withdraw, didn't she?
Yes. Six gave us 2 hours to leave. That is to say, we must set out when the storm countdown reaches 2000.
And before that, the stone bangle on your wrist still works, right?
Yes. I can feel it. It would scold me whenever I thought about going to war with them.
Huh, I see. So we only have 2 hours for the plan.
Plan? What plan?
Aren't we sneaking away from all this?
Sorry, Regulus. Your accommodation was a long way from ours, so we haven't given you the latest updates. To put it simply,
where are you going?
The sudden appearance of the girl startles the crowd. There she goes again, just suddenly showing up from out of nowhere. 37 stands there with a curious look on her face.
37,
We're discussing how to leave this place, 37.
Precisely. I was just about to say, your chief wants us gone in a jiffy, but we don't even have a piece of wood to sail with. Vertin is sizing us up to see if we can fit in her suitcase. She's going to swim across the Aegean Sea using her tiny arms. Right, Vertin?
That is so absurd, Regulus, it just might work. Regulus squints and eagerly pokes her elbow in.
Right.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Jesus Christ, this girl.
Then you must leave from the north side of the beach. Jump off the cliff there and head south. The cliff is on the tangent line of the Hall of Aperon, which is a good sign for your journey.
She nods confidently, fully convinced of her own conclusion. Yeah, even in the face of Armageddon, this girl still sees the bright side.
I will show you where to jump, but you'll have to wait till Vertin and I return.
Me? Where are we going?
Oh, I'm taking you along with me to take this test that could result in your death, but hey, nothing big.
What kind of question is that? The only place worth going.
She extends her hand with a light and happy tone.
You're the one and only Zero. We'll go see Aperon together.
Aren't you going to look for 37? You took such good care of her while she was in a coma.
In the darkness, the figure trembles ever so slightly, tries to steady herself.
I don't know. I don't know what I should do, Madam Mata. She's going back to the cave for the test, where I can't help her.
She looks down, trying her best to press her shaking hands together.
All I can do is pray for her, for I have no adequate knowledge or power to assist her, as ever.
Perhaps you needn't worry so much. 37 is the one favored by truth. She will be fine.
I know. It's just...
Sophia lets out a long, helpless sigh and buries her face deep in her palms.
She is also of mortal flesh. She could get hurt, bleed, or die.
She avoids looking at the beach, seeing it as a battlefield where she lacks the skills to engage.
You haven't been with us for long, Madam Marta. Aperon and its test might be new to you. Here on this island, we spent years theorizing, proving, and constructing models based on our mortal comprehension, defining the boundaries of what man is capable of understanding. But when it comes to the essence and forms, we are unable to make any definitive statements. So we humbly approach the temple and inquire about the correctness of our beliefs. And our answer is delivered as a yes or no, reverberating in the form of echoes.
Is that the submission of proof Six mentioned before?
The corrector nods, knowing her friend has a natural talent for this.
Validating one's essence and soul with a number, and verifying the authenticity of one's claims are simple feats for us. But Aperon's test is different. Those who succeed will obtain the transcendental truth. Those who fail will pay a terrible price. Everything has its limits and boundaries. Those who overstep their bounds will only court their own misfortune. We must respect and be wary of our limits, so our souls will be adequate for our bodies, and all things be refrained from excess. The boundless, limitless, and infinity are not of our realm to tread. They belong only to ancient beings that we cannot utter. We can only stand in awe, offering our admiration, humility, and reverence. Now 37 is going to knock on its door and ask to be indulged with the transcendental truth. But if she fails, if she can't bear the weight of the boundless infinity...
Can't go on.
I wish I knew a better way, or could even do it in her place. But only she can do it. It has to be her. 37.
I'm sure this is the perfect solution to finally put an end to all our problems. If I pass the test, Aperon will grant me the answer to one question. It can be any question I don't have an answer to. Even about the essence and everything. At least that's what Mama told me.
37 nods with confidence.
Just have to choose the right question to ask, and we will be rid of all the troubles. Whether it be the emanation, the turmoil of the phenomenal world, or the dangers threatening the island, all will be gone. I have Six's blessing. He agrees with me. So, Vertin...
Not so fast. You can't just steal away our helmswoman like that. This thing, it's too good to be without any risks, don't you think? What if Vertin doesn't make it back, huh? Who's going to swim us across the sea then?
It could be risky, but not for Vertin, only for me. 0 multiplied by any number will still be 0. And we have validated that proof.
Well, that's not good enough for this pirate. Besides, Vertin doesn't seem like a 0 to me.
It's okay, Regulus. I think I'll be safe there. But 37, isn't this a sacred test for your people? I've never taken the oath. I'm not one of you.
That does not matter, Vertin.
She gently shakes her head in determination.
But you must know that once we enter the temple, we cannot turn back. The path to the truth is a one-way road. Our last visit was interrupted, remember? You didn't get to ask your question, and I didn't get my answer. And now, I don't need to ask my question anymore.
She bites her lip, holding her own arms tight.
You and your friends were right, Vertin. The discord in the phenomenal world does have an effect on essence and forms. No one can argue against this when facing the emanation. But there's more I'd like to know, and I believe you feel the same. I will tell Six that you're coming with me. I will tell everyone and persuade them, because this is the right thing to do.
Go, Timekeeper. While you're out, Lilia and I will ready us for evacuation.
We will liaise with the Foundation from here.
Thank you both. I'm ready. Before we go, 37, I have a question.
A golden opportunity has arisen. This could be a chance to level the playing field against Manus Vindictae.
You just said that a Piran will grant an answer to whoever passes the test. Will it answer my question? If I asked for a way to become immune to the storm?
Damn you narcissistic, fat-headed, humanocentrist freaks! You are the crazy ones, and I will prove myself right!
So, while Vertin prepares herself to face off against possibly the god of the island, we're thrust into the really chaotic labs of Laplace at the moment, and, well, it's not quiet on this front as well.
Seriously! Can someone please bring Matthew back to the rehab center? That mask has made him crazy!
The researcher's arms flail wildly as he stumbles across the shiny silver floor, adding more to the chaos. Amidst the mayhem, a bottle of alcohol on the ground bursts into bright blue flames. And then, 2 metal feet stomp across the fire without hesitation. Oh, I know what this is!
Any progress?
There she is!
Not much. We've called all the experts here, but so far it's been a waste of time. Not even a bodily reaction when reciting the text.
Wow, Ulrich's voice sounds very different here. I wonder if this is a different person entirely.
It doesn't belong to any known language, nor follow any linguistic rules. Many are starting to doubt the accuracy of the incantation. After all, it was copied down by a novice investigator with her arcane skill, not her supervisor.
The door is pushed open. The spacious room is now packed with people. They're all gathered around the radio on the table.
Miss Marcus, can you confirm that the incantation you dictated was correct? We also learned that you witnessed a visual recording of Arcana performing her arcane skill, depicted through images recreated by a pure-blooded arcanist. Is that right?
Yes, to be precise, I saw it in the memories of Isolde, a former member of Manus Vindictae, using Miss Cacanya's arcane mirror.
Can you attest to the accuracy of this memory?
I can't say.
Do you deem the reflection of Miss Cacanya's arcane mirror to be accurate, factual, and without misinterpretation?
I'm not sure.
Can you confirm that your arcane skill, Read, was performed correctly and provided an unbiased, objective, and flawless interpretation?
I don't know about that either. But I saw it with my own eyes. I heard the chanting. I don't know what language that was, but that's how I heard it, and I've written it down phonetically.
Please calm down. We are only verifying the details. The Foundation has dispatched a special operations squad to you in Vienna. Please make sure the 2 other arcanists involved will return to the Foundation with you.
I highly doubt it, but those 2 will survive.
I understood.
Why did Marcus sound so deflated with that one? Poor baby. Anyway, the call ends and the liaison removes her headset. The result is far from ideal. Her face is pale, as lifeless as her mechanical colleagues.
Is this it?
Oh, hey, it's Enigma. A sarcastic voice cuts through the air as a man pushes through the front. Yep, it's only Enigma.
An ancient miracle. A circle of salvation. Euna seco. Atuna psycho? An inexplicable incantation transcribed by an arcanist based on what she saw in the memory of another arcanist recreated by yet another arcanist. That's as convoluted as a dream within a dream within a dream. To think they wanted an objective restoration.
By the way, at the time of me recording this video, this guy, Enigma, will eventually become playable here on Reverse 1999. And it's not on global yet, but in China, the original servers, he's going to be coming out there soon. And people have said that he will provide some jolt of energy to the Dynamo archetype, which, at least here on global, has been faltering. But even with Euphoria's for Lucy and oh god, I'm forgetting the other one already. The mushroom guy. Oh god, I'm forgetting his name. But there we go. He will be the replacement for him, and Enigma will hopefully make them slightly more better suited for endgame content.
I mean, if Gnosis is so reliable and can really cross-check not only once but 4 times, it should have long replaced science by now. With this level of uncertainty, we might have better luck asking typewriter monkeys to randomly give us the answer to the storm immunity.
Adler? Why are you here?
I requested his participation on the cryptography team. He is a human, but he excels in the field of cryptography.
The man takes a grim step forward.
And why can't I be here? Is it because Greta Hoffman's my sister? And is this what a respectable and honorable member of the Foundation gave her life to retrieve? Is this the ritual she died for? Oh, right. It wasn't even her who retrieved the ritual. It was a student.
You are not currently on the official roster. You can leave at any time.
Leave? Why should I leave? Ich habe jedes Recht zu wissen, wofür meine Schwester gestorben ist.
Whoa, where is that language from? Holy shit, I feel like he just cursed me in his language.
Nun gut, Leute, an die Arbeit. Lasst uns dieses große Rätsel entschlüsseln und sehen, was es uns bringen wird. Erlösung oder Zerstörung?
He leaves sneering, waving the note with the phonetic spelling in his hand. The farce is finally over. The room is at peace again. The cryptography team turns to the robot, awaiting her instructions.
Return to your stations, please. Let us not dismiss its credibility until we have exhausted every possibility. Also,
she calmly turns her head.
Add Adler Hoffman into the cryptography team roster.
The cryptography lead hesitates for a moment, surprised. Nevertheless, he nods and quickly leaves the room. The phone on the wall, used for internal communication, begins to ring.
Storm Observation and Research Center. Noted. I will make sure Miss Lucy is aware of that.
The liaison puts down the phone and turns to the robot, a flicker of panic on her face. Oh dear god.
What is the matter?
It's a call from the rehab center about the previous study on the Manus mask.
She's cute. See, this is why I put this game so high up on my really good games list. Even the NPCs are so freaking well designed. Like, even the liaison staff, like, hey, this is cute. This is probably somebody's waifu. I can guarantee you guys that.
Ma'am, I think you should go see this in person.
Very good, Matthew. Now tell us, what did you hear?
Assistant Simone. She is, I believe, Lucy's right-hand woman. but I don't have confirmation on that because I always see her and Lucy together in a lot of official art. The already narrow corridor is now filled with security guards. The room they're guarding is heavily secured, isolated behind 3 layers of tempered glass. A patient sits in the room with a mask on his face.
Voices! Those voices! The inaudible murmurs, the frightening whispers, they worm into my ears. I've told you before, I wrote about this before, but you just missed the mesmeric episodes.
Did you put on the mask?
Yes. How else would I know that I was right? And now I know. And never ever heard them so clearly. They are screaming inside my head. They're temptations. They're promises. I just have to let go of my brain. Can you hear it? The benevolent mother is speaking.
His nails dig deep into his palms as if fighting an overwhelming impulse.
Now, I can write the ultimate paper!
Who is this mother?
She is answered by a loud crash. The researcher throws himself against the glass, gasping in horror and scratching helplessly at the surface.
No! I can't say anymore! They see me! They've come for me! Kill me! Kill me now!
It's too late to beg for mercy. His scream is abruptly silenced as his head explodes open behind the glass barrier. Amidst the splatter of blood and brain, a new being emerges from the remnants of his flesh. The alarm blares loudly. A man's follower wriggles up from the bloody floor, holding a triangle in hand. He lets out a loud cry reminiscent of a newborn's first wail. The liaison ends the call, cutting off the horrid sounds on the other end of the phone.
Suspend all research on the Madness Mask at once. Its dangers far outweigh the potential benefits. Seal away all equipment and share only a controlled account of the incident with others. We cannot afford to have another researcher try on the mask again. Now, clean this up.
Yes, ma'am.
The fact that Lucy, just jutted her chin up and while she was wearing that coat, good God. I get why people love Lucy's, default look more than all of her other outfits. It's just so much aura. But the airlock, the airlock door hisses open. A squad of armed guards storms into the room under the cover of sleeping gas. On the other side of the glass, the robot turns away from the scene, categorizing yet another set of Storm research data as irrelevant and filing it away as waste in her memory.
Another dead end.
And that concludes our introduction into Chapter 7. We are in the thick of it now. The storm is upon us, and everybody and their mother is trying to find a way to either take advantage of the situation or solve the problem. We are... oh boy, this is quite heavy indeed. But if you guys like what you saw and you want to see more, hit like, comment, subscribe, and share this among your friends. And until next time, toodles.